As we step into midlife, or even retirement, many men start asking themselves, how can I stay healthy and keep my marriage happy, just like the early days? This isn't just your question. It's something millions of men across America are quietly wondering every day. Modern life often distracts us from the small things that matter most, like getting quality sleep, having honest conversations with our partner, or simply keeping up with regular health checkups. The good news? Your physical health and marital happiness can absolutely be maintained, or even improved, when you follow the right habits. In today's video, I'll walk you through 7 simple yet powerful tips that can help men like us feel more energetic, stay mentally strong, and most importantly, keep the spark alive in our relationships. You don't have to change your entire life. Just start small, with intention, consistency, and love. If what I share in this video feels true to you, go ahead and comment the number 1 below. But if you feel it doesn't apply, or you have another point of view, don't hesitate. Just drop a 0. Your feedback helps me understand your needs better and gives me the motivation to keep creating helpful content for men in our stage of life. So, let's get started on the path to stronger health and a happier marriage with these 7 key tips coming right up. Part 1. Keep your heart and body strong. Approximately 370 words. The very first tip, and the foundation of everything else, is this: keep your heart and body in good shape. Did you know? After age 50, our hearts don't function as smoothly as they used to. Blood vessels lose flexibility, circulation slows down, and the risk of high blood pressure or stroke starts rising noticeably. But here's the good news. With just a little consistent movement each day, your heart can literally grow younger. You don't need intense workouts. A 30-minute brisk walk, a light bike ride, or even gardening is enough to improve circulation, lower bad cholesterol, and most importantly, help you feel more energized to enjoy life, from dinner with family to intimate moments with your partner. Also, watch your diet. Cut back on sugar, salt, and processed foods. Add more greens, salmon, and healthy nuts. A strong heart doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. And please, don't skip your regular checkups. Monitor your blood pressure and cholesterol. Preventing illness is always easier than treating it. When you're healthy, you're not just living for yourself. You're a steady source of support, physically and emotionally, for your partner. Good health also brings calmness and patience, 2 golden ingredients for a lasting marriage. So starting today, take those first steps for your heart. If you're still struggling or unsure where to start, comment "yo" so we know how to support you. Now that we've laid the groundwork for physical health, let's move on to something just as important: quality sleep, the golden key to a clear mind and a peaceful relationship. Part 2. Quality sleep, the key to a clear mind and stable emotions. After physical health, the next thing we can't ignore is sleep. And not just how long we sleep, but how well we sleep. Many men over 50 experience sleep issues, restlessness, waking up multiple times, or trouble falling asleep. The result? Morning fatigue, irritability, lack of focus, and most importantly, trouble managing emotions in relationships. Sleep isn't just downtime. It's the golden window when your body repairs itself, your brain processes memories, and your hormones reset. When you sleep well, your heart beats more steadily, your blood pressure stays balanced, your memory sharpens, and you start each day with a clearer, calmer mindset. So how do we sleep better? Start by creating a consistent bedtime routine. Turn off your phone and TV at least 30 minutes before bed. Avoid caffeine and alcohol in the evening. Try reading a calming book, listening to soft music, or meditating for 5 minutes. Small actions that can ease you into deeper rest. If you wake up frequently or still feel tired after 7-8 hours of sleep, you might be dealing with a condition like sleep apnea. Don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor. Getting a proper diagnosis can make a world of difference. A man who sleeps well is more likely to smile, more patient, and has the energy to nurture his relationships. And that, over time, builds a stronger, happier marriage. Once you've learned to protect your sleep, you'll feel the change, not just in your body, but in how you communicate and connect with your partner. And that leads us perfectly into the next key: positive communication in your relationship. Part 3. Positive communication. The bridge that keeps love alive. One of the main reasons marriages grow cold over time isn't a lack of love. It's a lack of meaningful communication. After many years together, couples can fall into parallel living, only talking about errands, bills, or the kids. The heartfelt conversations fade, and slowly, so does the connection. Positive communication doesn't mean talking all day long. It means knowing how and when to speak so both people feel heard and respected. Try setting aside just 10 minutes a day to talk. No phones, no TV, no distractions. Ask something simple like, "Was there anything that made you smile or stressed you out today?" That small question can open big doors. Learn to listen without judging. And when you need to bring something up, use phrases like, "I feel," instead of "you always." These small shifts in language create a space for openness instead of defensiveness. Also, don't hold back on kind words, compliments, thank yous, or even just a warm look. Your partner, no matter how long you've been together, still needs to feel loved through your words and your presence. A happy marriage isn't one without conflict. It's one where both partners know how to talk through conflict and come out stronger. And when communication feels safe and supportive, the relationship grows deeper, steadier, and more fulfilling with time. Once that emotional connection is rekindled through honest conversations, we can move forward to a deeply personal topic: maintaining a healthy, emotional, and intimate life in your marriage. Part 4. Emotional and physical intimacy. Connection beyond youth. When it comes to intimacy in marriage, many older men think, "I'm too old for that. It doesn't matter anymore." But the truth is, physical and emotional closeness remains a vital part of a healthy marriage, no matter your age. Intimacy isn't just about the act itself. It's one of the deepest forms of communication, where two people show care, trust, and connection. In midlife and beyond, intimacy doesn't have to be frequent or perfect. What matters most is gentleness, intention, and mutual understanding. If you're experiencing lower desire or physical changes, you're not alone. It's often linked to natural hormone shifts like lower testosterone. What's important is to openly talk with your partner and your doctor. Together, you can explore options, from lifestyle changes to supplements or medical treatment if needed. And remember, intimacy begins long before the bedroom. It's in the way you look at each other, speak to each other, hold hands, and show small daily acts of care. A soft hug, a good morning kiss, or a simple compliment like, "You look lovely today," can carry more emotional weight than we realize. When you nurture both emotional and physical closeness, your marriage becomes a safe haven, a place where both of you feel loved, accepted, and at peace. But life isn't always smooth. To maintain this closeness through ups and downs, we need to know how to manage stress and negative emotions, and that's exactly what we'll explore in the next part. Part 5. Managing Stress and Negative Emotions, a gift for yourself and your marriage. Here's something many men don't admit easily. We feel overwhelmed, anxious, and exhausted too. But instead of speaking up, we often hold it in, or worse, take it out on ourselves or our partner. Unspoken stress quietly chips away at our spirit and the relationships we care most about. Chronic stress leads to poor sleep, high blood pressure, and short tempers that create distance between us and our loved ones. What every man should know is this: managing stress isn't weakness. It's strength. It's the action of someone who knows himself and values his family. Start by simply recognizing your emotions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Tired, frustrated, worried? Naming your emotions is the first step in taking control of them, instead of letting them control you. Then, find a couple of healthy outlets that work for you. A walk outdoors, tending the garden, journaling a few lines, meditating for 5 minutes, or just sipping coffee in quiet reflection. These small, calm moments build a peaceful, grounded mind. And if something's weighing heavily on you, don't hesitate to share it with your partner. You may be surprised how ready she is to listen, support, and walk through it with you. A man who tends to his emotional well-being becomes a calm, steady presence for his family. And it's in that calmness that love grows, regardless of age or stage of life. Now that your mind is clearer and your heart lighter, it's time to reignite something precious, the spark of love, just like when you first fell in love. Part 6. Rekindling Love. It's never too late to fall in love again. In the early years of marriage, everything feels fresh. The first glance, the way you held hands, those late-night talks that felt like they could go on forever. But as time passes, life gets busy. Bills, kids, work, health. It all starts to pile up, and romance quietly fades into the background. But love doesn't disappear. It just falls asleep, waiting to be gently awakened with care and effort. Rekindling love doesn't require grand gestures or expensive gifts. Sometimes it's as simple as a home-cooked dinner with her favorite dish, or a quiet walk after sunset, reminiscing about the good old days and sharing a laugh like you used to. Writing a handwritten note, even just a few lines, can touch your partner's heart in ways you might not expect. After years together, what matters most isn't perfection. It's presence, empathy, and the effort to keep love alive. Remember, romance has no expiration date. A spontaneous kiss, a warm hug, or a kind compliment can brighten your partner's whole day. When you take the lead in rekindling your connection, you not only bring joy to your spouse, you'll feel more alive too, more youthful, and more emotionally connected. And to truly walk this lifelong journey together, there's one last key to ensure you stay side by side: regular health checkups and proactive care, not just for yourself, but for the one you love. Part 7. Regular checkups and preventive care for you and the one you love. After all your efforts to stay healthy and nurture a strong marriage, there's one last habit, simple yet incredibly powerful: regular health checkups and preventive care. Many men only see a doctor when something goes seriously wrong: chest pain, chronic fatigue, or persistent sleep issues. But by the time symptoms appear, it might already be late. Prevention is always easier and gentler than treatment. Think of it like taking your car in for maintenance. Once a year, get a full health checkup. Screen for common men's health issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or prostate cancer. Early detection doesn't just save lives, it gives you more time and better quality time with the person you love. And here's a beautiful idea. Go with your spouse to your annual checkups. Make it a health date. A shared commitment to staying well and growing older together with strength and intention. Don't wait for a doctor to remind you to care for your health. Be the one who takes the lead, so your loved ones never have to say, "If only we had known sooner." A man who lives with intention, healthy, proactive, and responsible, is not just a good husband. He becomes a role model for his children and a strong foundation for lasting love. Now that you've learned these 7 powerful habits, ask yourself, which one will you start today? Because age will keep moving, but love, health, and connection can stay fresh if you choose to nurture them day by day.